This is Small Biz Florida, the podcast designed and produced specifically for Florida small business owners and entrepreneurs. Small Biz Florida, talk that works for Florida. This podcast is supported by the Florida SBDC Network, providing the tools, strategies, and expertise to help Florida's business community thrive. Visit the Florida SBDC online at www.floridasbdc.org or contact your local office and get started on your path to success today.
This is Small Biz Florida, the podcast and broadcast. It's all things business across the state of Florida. And if you've been tuning in lately, you know that we've been coming to you from the Florida Economic Development Council's annual meeting right here in beautiful downtown St. Pete. I'm telling you, if you haven't been here, you got to come. Right on the water, lots of restaurants, a great place to hold a meeting. It's like we're not even working to be in downtown St. Pete. We've got with us our good friend and Indian River State College Business School professor, Dr. Ricardo, sharing co-hosting duties. Again, thank you for all you've done for us over the last couple of days.
Tom, thanks so much. It's great to be here.
And, of course, this whole conference is all about economic development. There are literally hundreds of economic development professionals that have been hanging out here at the Hilton Bayfront, talking about economic development, meeting with suppliers, vendors, and all of those who support Florida's economic development community, which in turn supports small business and supports all the entrepreneurial opportunities that are taking place in Florida right now. It is a good time to be in business in Florida. And we've got one of those economic development professionals. We've got Brian Rademacher, who serves as the Economic Development Director for the City of Ormond Beach. Brian, welcome to Small Biz Florida.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So as we do with all of our guests, just start us off with a little bit of your background and kind of your pathway to the Economic Development Department at City of Ormond Beach.
Sure. I've been doing economic development for a little over 10 years. I started out in the Chicagoland area working as an economic development coordinator for the Metropolitan Planning Organization for that area. And really from there have had experience in both public economic development as well as public-private partnerships, working on business retention, expansion, and attraction. When I was tired of the freezing cold weather of Chicago and Illinois, I decided it was time to move over to Florida, where the state's open for business and warmer, and started as the economic development manager down in Hollywood, Florida, for 4 years before becoming the director of economic development in the city of Ormond Beach.
Nice. Right. Nice. I have, of course, you can't, you got to go through Hollywood and you got to go through City of Ormond Beach if you're on 95.
That's right.
So you at least stayed on the same highway. That's pretty good. So talk to us about Ormond Beach, located in Volusia County. Obviously, I guess, I hope it doesn't offend you, but of course, I guess Volusia's famous for Daytona Beach. Mm-hmm. And of course, our favorite race, the Daytona 500. But talk to us about the city of Ormond Beach, I guess a little north of Daytona Beach. Give us a little background on the city and what's going on in terms of growth and economic development in Ormond Beach.
Sure. One of the fun things I always like to say is one of the mottos of the city is that Ormond Beach is the birthplace of speed. And that is because back in the 1920s, the cars would go to Ormond Beach and race each other there, and a lot of speed records were broken, but that really, I think, was the catalyst for why we have race car driving in Daytona Beach. So.
Right, of course. So if we'd have just built the track up in Ormond, I guess, right. But anyway.
We helped launch those entrepreneurs.
That's right. Nice. Yes, the home of speed. But again, what else is going on in Ormond? I'm sure, like the rest of Florida, it's probably changing rapidly.
It sure is. Ormond Beach, so we're a city of about 43,000, just north of Daytona Beach. We are the tagline we like to use in economic development is, we're the East Central Florida's preferred address for your business and for your lifestyle.
Nice.
And because we really do offer a diverse portfolio of businesses that other companies can take advantage of, that we see our existing businesses continue to grow and thrive in our community. And then being a coastal community, there's a lot of amenities that we have to offer, including the beach, but as well as a lot of state parks and internal smaller parks that families and individuals can take advantage of to enjoy the quality of life that is Florida.
And talk to us about the issue in economic development, the retention kind of versus the recruitment issue. Where is Ormond Beach in all this? Do you have a pretty aggressive recruitment program along with programs that are also fostering retention of current businesses?
A lot of my focus is on our retention and expansion. So I'm out there every day talking to businesses, primarily our targeted industries in manufacturing, headquarters, professional offices, aerospace, aviation, and then going down the list then into our smaller businesses as well. We have a great relationship with our Chamber of Commerce as well as our Main Street organization, so that we really can get into and talk to as many businesses as possible to see where they are, how they're growing, and what their needs are, and how we might be able to help with any issues they're having that are stalling their ability to grow. And then, of course, bring resources to those that are saying, I need to grow, and here's what I need. In terms of attraction and recruitment, we do have our regional organization, Team Volusia, and so they're charged with recruitment and attraction to the area. So we'll partner with them as they go out to trade shows and do a lot of that. And so then when they bring those prospects back, we have an opportunity to say, Ormond Beach is a great location for your company, and here's why.
And talk to us about Ormond Beach in terms of infrastructure, industrial parks, those kinds of parts and pieces that make it easy for a company to expand, relocate, and grow the business?
Absolutely. There's a handful of assets that the city has that are wonderful for businesses, especially in manufacturing and aerospace. We have it's called the Ormond Beach Airport Business Park, which is located right next to our general aviation facility, the Ormond Beach Municipal Airport. And in that employment center, we have some of our larger manufacturers that are medical device, biotechnology, plastics, original equipment manufacturers to the automotive industry, and hand tool manufacturers, just to name a couple that we have in there. That park, we're going to actually be doing some infrastructure projects in there to build a new road that will provide a secondary ingress and egress to the park, but it'll also open up additional land for development. So we'll be able to bring some more industrial property to the market, which is harder to find these days.
Right.
The airport is right next door to the business park, and we have over 80 acres of land available on our airport for aerospace development, which we think is very important because our city is right in between Cecil Spaceport up near Jacksonville and the Cape Canaveral. And so for companies that are taking advantage of or are part of the space race or part of space exploration that are within that supply chain and need to be near those areas but not necessarily in them, they can locate at the Ormond Beach Airport. Whether they need to fly or they just need to be manufacturing their widget, they can do that at our airport. So we're excited about that.
And talk to us about City of Ormond Beach government. Pro-business, you've got some clear pathways in terms of permitting, approval processes. How does all that look in Ormond? We do have a very pro-business and proactive city commission that supports business growth. They've always supported local companies. The city does. We do provide several local incentives, economic incentives that they have always supported and that have helped local companies grow. We do provide and work with companies that are going through the site plan review process and permitting process to make sure that that's a seamless flow for them and that they can get through it as quickly as possible. And then, we also do provide a lot of opportunities for engaging business with our local officials, as well as, again, the Chamber and Main Street organization, so they feel at home.
Yeah, no, great. Absolutely terrific. So, and I'm a little bit familiar because my mother lives in DeLand.
Okay.
And
yeah.
so we're often going over for the great Italian restaurants.
That's right.
You have great Italian restaurants there, so I absolutely love them and everything else. Are you seeing any movement either from the south of Florida or from the north of Florida coming down and coming into your region much at all? There's clearly movement of businesses. We're noticing that. Are you seeing any of that?
I think there is interest in our county, in our region, as a result of companies and people that are between Orlando and Jacksonville, kind of the squeeze, if you will, as they're trying to look out and look for additional opportunities that might be a little bit more affordable or a lot more elbow room, as there might not be any more space available for that development. And to that end, one of the other assets that we have in our city is a development called Ormond Crossings. It's owned by a private developer, but it portends a 500-acre industrial park that's available, as well as an area for a town center, and then residential development. And that's really going to be the future area for growth in Ormond Beach, particularly on the industrial and office development side.
Yeah, great.
Have you? I mean, that point about the Orange County squeeze and are we really? Is that really? But that really is a factor in Florida now, because we've got so many of the metropolitan areas that are getting kind of full. Orlando, Miami, Palm Beach, Broward County. We really are seeing even migration just within the state. I mean, there's people
Correct.
moving from county to county now, just like you said, for maybe a little more affordable, a little more elbow room. You're here at a conference with hundreds of economic development folks from the state of Florida. Is that a conversation about interstate migration? Is that part of the conversation now?
I think that the conversation about migration in general is, as we collectively look at issues that are affecting the profession and affecting the state, and how we might be able to work with each other to accommodate the growth that we are seeing in the state of Florida, which is exciting. There are some great opportunities here to be had, but we also must be proactive in how we're going to address some of these issues with relation to growing populations, housing, and then, of course, talent development and, attracting these businesses to our area, because we have the opportunity to, outside of just the development opportunities in Volusia County because of what's going on in the Orange County and Duval County area, but also looking at companies that are coming into Florida from New York, Illinois, California, other states where they are deciding that Florida might be the best place to do business. But I think also with Volusia County, what we've seen with a lot of companies that have considered our area is their distribution channels. They want to be able to reach South Florida or anywhere south of Lake Okeechobee, but they also need to be getting into Atlanta, Georgia. They need to be getting into the Carolinas. And so being on the East Coast makes a lot of sense, because they can actually go a lot farther quicker if they're there, versus saying being a little bit closer to the inside of the state, because then it might make it a little bit more challenging to get to the markets they need to reach.
I wonder if you're seeing, when you talk a little bit about talent, workforce development, where maybe some people are coming to your particular area for quality of life too, because it's a beautiful area. Ormond Beach is, beautiful. The beaches are gorgeous and everything else. And so, are you finding that people are coming over for just the quality of life and then also looking at the work environment?
Absolutely. Well, in terms of beaches, we were ranked in TripAdvisor's top 10 beaches last year. So we're, pretty happy about that. But we do have, the good talent opportunities with the companies that we have there. And also, I think the ability to find employment throughout the county. So you're able to live in Ormond Beach, but take a job anywhere in the area and put your talents to use.
Nice. I guess we don't have any conversations about economic development without touching on affordable housing. It is kind of one of those, I've been to multiple meetings over the course of the last couple of months, and that seems to be a reoccurring topic. Mm-hmm. What are economic development professionals saying about affordable housing in Florida?
we're beginning to say it's something we need to talk about.
Right. So no real concrete strategies at this point, but recognizing that we've got to begin the conversation.
Absolutely. You know, I think what's interesting about it from my perspective as being in the industry for as long as I have and going through and being a certified economic developer is affordable housing or housing in general, I guess, from all of my experience, has not been something I've really ever focused on because so focused on retention, expansion, and attraction, and of course, workforce development.
Right.
But so it's a little bit outside of our wheelhouse, I would say, for us as professionals. However, I think we're recognizing that as we are trying to meet the needs of our employers, as we're trying to meet the needs of people that are coming to the state, this is now something that we as professionals need to start to look at. And we may not be able to have the solutions or the answers, but I think, are important to those conversations so that as those conversations are happening at county level, state level, or with the housing trusts or community developers, you know, economic developers need to have a seat at the table.
Wow. Yep. No doubt. So I guess my question sort of to the folks that have been on that are in the economic development arena is just like Shark Tank here. I'm going to give you a minute for your pitch. What is it about Ormond Beach that makes us want to relocate, grow, and expand our business there?
Well, Ormond Beach is, as I said, our tagline is we're East Central Florida's preferred business address, and also the preferred address for your lifestyle. You know, the city is pro-business. We're really work hard to accommodate the businesses that we have and to help see them grow and to be successful. Whether you're a large corporation that's looking to relocate and be close to a supply chain that you need, or you're a small business or an entrepreneur, we have all the resources that you need to be successful.
Nice. I like it. I got to come, Herb, I'm thinking I have a new thought for you. Some sort of East Coast restaurant advisor.
You know what?
If you know the restaurants of the East Coast,
if someone's going to pay me, because I do eat out a lot, and I'm always looking for a location. And let me tell you something. When I'm picking up my mother, and she's finicky, so it's got to be a nice place. Ormond Beach or the East Coast is it's got some great places.
I got to go to Ormond Beach.
We got to go
there. Try the Italian restaurants.
We've got that amazing van outside the bus, so you guys could get on a tour.
You know what? I never thought of that. I like that idea. I'm gonna suggest that to the SBDC Network headquarters that we do a restaurant tour in one of our mobile assistance centers. I like that.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Brian, listen again. You make a good pitch for Ormond Beach. You've made me now think I got to get up there and visit one day. I have a daughter who lives in Jacksonville. We live in Fort Pierce. I am up and down I-95 quite a few times. I think next time I'm gonna pull off and make a stop in Ormond Beach.
Pull off State Road 40, Granada Boulevard. You just get off there, take a right, and then just take Granada Boulevard. You'll go through our main artery there, and then stop by City Hall. I'll be there, and I'll take you on a windshield tour.
I like it. What is the website for Ormond Beach? Is it?
I wish it was. It's www.ormondbeach.org, okay. And then of course when you're on the website, you'll just see the leaderboard for economic development. You can click on that, and you'll get all the resources that are available.
Okay. It is Brian Rademacher, who serves as the Economic Development Director for the City of Ormond Beach. Brian, thank you again. Thank you for all you do for the City of Ormond Beach and for all you do for the state of Florida.
Right.
It's professionals like you that will help us have sustained and thoughtful growth in our state. So we appreciate that.
I appreciate that. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yep. And this is Small Biz Florida. Thank you again, Dr. Ricardo, for helping us out with all the episodes here. We are at the Florida Economic Development Council's annual conference here in downtown St. Pete. So stay with us. We got more to come from the conference. This is Small Biz Florida.
This has been Small Biz Florida, created and produced by the Florida Small Business Development Center at Indian River State College. Your host for Small Biz Florida is Tom Kindred. Partners for Small Biz Florida include WPSL and WSTU and Indian River State College, named the 2019 winner of the Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.